AJ will never change. And if this is what it takes to break through your denial, then so be it.
You had something to do with this, didn't you?
Monica, it was inevitable. There's no way that AJ is going to avoid going to jail. He is who he is. You can't change it.
I thought he was in jail.
I was released on bail.
I wasn't speaking to you.
He was looking for me. Okay, Tracy tricked him into thinking I was hurt so that he'd leave the house.
And break the terms of his bond agreement? That sounds like something Tracy would do. Very smart, AJ.
My son comes first.
Wow. You really are manipulative.
Look, can AJ stay here while I go to the Quartermains?
You want me to babysit
Look,
him?
the charges against him are already pretty bad. If we can avoid putting jumping bail on that list, it's worth a try.
It is not your job to protect him.
Sam, I'm asking you to help me. Please.
Okay, you have a half hour.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sue. Thank you.
Don't bother. I hope Tracy's plan works and you throw it in prison where you belong.
For the longest time, I carried this tattered little piece of paper in my wallet. A speech I'd written to convey my feelings for an occasion like this, should you ever want me back.
I love your speeches, Spinelli, and I want to know your feelings. Tell me now.
I threw it out last week.
Why?
Because I couldn't wait for you anymore. I made a decision to move on with Ellie.
You choose Ellie.
I gave my word.
What does that mean? You love me. You just said that.
Why couldn't you have come to me 3 months ago? 3 weeks ago, even.
I didn't know how I felt about you a few months ago, and I couldn't talk about how I feel until now. You're gonna punish me for that?
I assure you, I'm not. It's not my intention to penalize you.
Don't throw away what we have because I made you wait. Don't throw it away for some girl that you don't even know.
Her name is Ellie. And she's intelligent, imaginative, humorous, and unexpected. She's also emotionally courageous. I like her. And she likes me.
I like her too. But I love you.
Be honest, Maxie. Will you still love me in a year? Will you still want me? When our differences begin to grate on us, when my idiosyncrasies start to wear on you? When you're drawn to someone darker or edgy? Or someone that feeds your need to take risks? Or someone unattainable because it seems to be in your nature to want what you cannot have?
I am not that shallow person anymore. I know what's important. Support, commitment, understanding. Those things aren't boring. They're essential. And we could have that, Spinelli. Things could be different for us this time.
Ellie and I slept together. And it wasn't an accident. We weren't in pain. And we weren't drunk. We talked about it. We chose each other. I promised her that she could trust me, and I'm not gonna break that.
You'll just break my heart instead.
That is not fair.
It might not be fair, but it's the truth.
Well, then I'm being truthful as well. Maxie, I could not be happy with you if it came at her expense. She trusts me. She honored me with her trust. I can't break that.
You know, I hear you talk a lot about trust, but I haven't heard you mention attraction or need. You know, those two things that draw people to each other. I wonder, Spinelli, if you really want Ellie more than me. Or if you just don't want to hurt her feelings.
Sorry to intrude.
We got a malfunction signal on AJ's monitor. I need to see him.
Well, I will try to track him down. This is an awfully big house, so I don't know. This what you're looking for?
Where is he, Dr. Quartermain?
This is not AJ's fault. Tracy manipulated
AJ
him.
can tell that to the judge. I need to take him in.
Well, if I could just talk to him, I'm sure we could work this out.
I'm sorry, I need to take him downtown.
That could be difficult.
Are you telling me that he's no longer on the premises?
Don't ask me. He's Monica's son. Where is he, Monica?
I don't know.
I need to put on an APB.
Please, please. Not if I could find him, I would bring him to you. And I'm sure that if
Looking for AJ. I can give him to you.
Jason looks good. He looks.
Don't touch my things, or try and make small talk, or act like we're friends.
We're family. You're my brother's wife.
You and Jason are brothers in name only. Jason has never forgiven you for what you've done to Michael. He would hate what you're doing now. You're hiding behind
I'm not
it.
hiding.
You know what? I would call the cops on you myself right now if it weren't for Michael. You used Jason growing up just like you're using Michael now.
Does it really have to be this way?
Faison's mother was Anna's nanny as a child. I guess Faison fixated on her, and that then became a lifelong obsession. If he's involved in this, then it's all about Anna.
Okay, but that still doesn't explain why Olivia would see Faison when she looked at Duke.
Maybe Faison has some control over Lavery. Look, you spend 20 years in a Turkish prison, anything's possible.
But you know what? I hate to rain on your parade, you guys, but I'm not that complicated. I see what I see.
What do you mean?
I mean, I see Heather, and Heather turns up. I see Kate is Connie, and Kate is Connie. I just see what's actually there.
Maybe it's that simple. Maybe Lavery really is Faison.
What's wrong?
I just need a moment. Aren't we supposed to be having dinner? Can we just have dinner?
Did I misunderstand something? You didn't want to kiss me? You don't have feelings for me?
I want to. But I just can't.
Why? Is this about Robert? Because Robert's returned to town.
Faison knows that Anna despises him. So he's got to come at her from a different angle, perhaps using a different face.
You think he had plastic surgery to look like Duke?
He has the connections and the resources.
You guys, I'm sorry. This is just, that's crazy.
No crazier than Lavery turning up after 20 years in a Turkish prison when Anna's at her most vulnerable, grieving over our daughter.
But why? Why would he go through all that? Why would he change his whole face and his voice and the way he walks?
Because he can. And he'd do a whole lot more if he knew that that would get him Anna.
No, it's not Robert. That's not why I don't.
Then what is it? I don't want to pressure you. I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable, but we're so close then, huh? Why are you stopping?
Sorry. It's you, Duke.
Of course, I don't want to hurt her feelings.
So you admit it?
But I don't want to hurt your feelings either.
If you choose Ellie, you will be hurting both of us. Because we belong together, Spinelli, and you will realize that.
Michael, you know where AJ is?
He can be here in less than 15 minutes.
Yeah, you see, that's not good enough since he broke the terms of his bail agreement when he tampered with his ankle
But
monitor.
Tracy told him that I was hurt. That's the only reason he left the house, to help me.
Know it.
Is it true?
Well, I may have given AJ the impression that Michael was in trouble, but there's no law against that. However, there are lots of laws against embezzlement, fraud, kidnapping.
Okay, Tracy, we got it. We know what's on AJ's rap sheet.
AJ needs to be behind bars where he can't do any more damage to the Quartermain name and reputation.
Dante, just let me bring him home.
Well, I don't want you messed up in this. Yes, you've completed your parole, but you are legally an ex-con. Do not let AJ drag you down with him.
Are you listening to this, Monica? You gonna let your son ruin your grandson?
Where is he, Michael?
Can I first ask you a question? Just hypothetical?
Well, yeah, sure, if it's not you trying to stall.
Okay, let's say there's a cop who was shot by his own father. And when the time came to testify, he lied and he said he accidentally shot himself. That would be perjury, right?
Yeah.
And this cop, he didn't really know his father that well. He wasn't sure if he could trust him or not. He just didn't want to be the one to send his father to prison. Now, I can see why he made that choice. Can you?
That cop would have to live with that lie every day for the rest of his life. Some days it would be easy, other days it would weigh on him. Either way, he wouldn't want his younger brother in that position. Where's AJ?
Oh, for God's sake, he's at Sam and Jason's.
If you gave a damn about Michael, you wouldn't put him through this. You would turn yourself in.
Well, I wouldn't worry about that too long because I'm sure I'm going to be back in custody soon.
Expect me to feel sorry for you?
No, I don't. I've actually done enough of that myself. You know, wondering how I could have done everything differently. You know, Sam, maybe you and I actually have something in common. Because, you know the way Jason loves you, I mean, it's fierce, you know, he's loyal and he's fearless. And there was nothing that you could ever do to screw up so bad that he wouldn't forgive you. That's how he used to love me before the accident. And then afterwards, he could barely look at me. But I think that's how he loves Michael. And I bet that's how he loves you.
Please don't pretend that you give a damn, okay?
Look, I came back here so that I could see my son and I could make amends. I hate the fact that I didn't get back here in time to make peace with my brother.
I don't know what you heard, but Jason is not gone. I mean, he's coming back. He's coming back to me and my son.
Your son? Well, you and Jason have a kid?
Yeah. Yes, we do. His name is Daniel. Danny, actually.
So I have a nephew. Can I see him?
Why? So you can kidnap him?
I don't blame you for the way you feel, okay? But I have changed. I have really changed. And when Jason comes back, I plan on telling him how sorry I am. But let's be honest, you and I both know that I don't have a lot of time, that I'm probably going to wind up back in prison. Can I please, can I just see my nephew?